Watch our summary and find out if this movie is worth watching. And if you like the summary, you can watch the full movie on the following platforms. Hello, viewers. Today, we're exploring a gripping story where an art student, Noel, is assaulted by the person she loves. What he doesn't know is that Noel harbors a dark secret. She's a serial killer. Join us as we dive into this thrilling tale of love, betrayal, and vengeance. The movie begins with a girl named Noel creating art in a studio among other painters. At an exhibition of one of her paintings, her peers criticize her work, saying it lacks emotion, which deeply upsets her. Her tutor, after asking about her plans for her thesis exhibition, advises her to make her work messier and more expressive to give it more life. Later, while sketching outdoors, Noel's colleague and crush, Luke, approaches her and compliments her drawing. After chatting for a while, he invites her to a party he's hosting that night. As she prepares for the party, her roommate, Sky, teases her about Luke. Sky suggests Noel invite him for a midnight swim, claiming it always works. Nervous and inexperienced, Noel decides to follow Sky's advice, including using the phrase peas and carrots. At the party, Noel talks to Luke about painting. He lures her into his room and begins to seduce her. When she resists, he forcefully takes advantage of her. Devastated, she leaves and washes herself in the pool outside, sobbing uncontrollably. The next day, Sky notices Noel's distress and asks if she's okay. Noel confides in her about what happened and expresses a desire to report Luke to the school. Sky advises against it, fearing Noel will be viewed as a used-up woman, as happened to a friend of hers who had a similar experience. Sky consoles her. Later at school, during a painting lecture, Noel sees Luke talking with another student and becomes enraged. She reports the incident to the school's principal, Melinda Sanders. However, Melinda's questioning implies that Noel might have provoked Luke, making Noel feel even more anxious. As she leaves, Noel receives a message from Luke asking if she wants to come over. Fueled by anger, she goes to his place, where he offers her a drink, which she declines. She demands an apology, but he refuses. In a fit of rage, she accidentally pushes him down the stairs, and he falls to his death. Panicked, Noel flees the scene. Detectives arrive to investigate, and Detective Kennedy, finds Luke's message to Noel. At school, Noel's tutor cancels class due to the incident, advising students to see a counselor if needed. As Noel leaves, Detective Kennedy questions her about her visit to Luke's house and gives her his card. At home, Noel searches for information on sexual assault and comes across a video of a woman who was gang raped. This piques her curiosity, and she contacts the woman, Lindsay, whose story inspired her. Despite Lindsay's initial reluctance, she opens up to Noel over coffee, sharing her post-rape experience. Noel then attends a therapy meeting where other women share their assault stories. They discuss a nail polish that can detect drugged drinks, but Noel insists they should focus on stopping the assaults themselves. At a party, Noel seduces a man from the assault video, drugs his drink, and rapes him, mirroring what she saw in the video. The man later dies from asphyxiation on his vomit. Noel's paintings, now more intense, receive praise from her peers and tutor. Driven by revenge, she kills another man involved in the video and continues her spree. Investigations intensify, and detectives question Lindsay, who refuses to cooperate, citing her previous ignored complaints. A curfew is imposed on the campus for student safety. Shane, a classmate, shares a pizza with Noel, and they become intimate. However, Noel abruptly ends it and asks him to leave. That night, Noel finds Sky injured and tries to console her. Sky reveals her real name is Asin Daisy and shares her own assault story. The next day, Noel visits the school's records office to look through campus crime files. She discovers Sky's assault file and learns that Melinda Sanders mishandled the case. Noel confronts Melinda, demanding she do better. She then finds the name of Sky's assailant, Calvin Reeves, and lures him to her car, tasing him and driving off. Noel takes Calvin to a dark gymnasium and ties him up. A nearby patrol guard and his girlfriend notice a blood trail and alert the police. Calvin screams for Noel to stab him, leaving bloodstains on herself. She escapes as the police arrive. Back home, Sky notices the stains on Noel, who claims it's paint. The next day, Detective Kavanaugh questions Sky about Calvin, who is now in the ICU, but she refuses to talk. In class, Noel's tutor invites her to speak at graduation. Sky, suspicious, searches Noel's belongings and finds blood-stained clothes and pictures, making her terrified. Confronting Noel, Sky is horrified by Noel's actions. Noel apologizes and promises to turn herself in. The next morning, Noel finds a letter from Sky revealing she confessed to being the campus killer. Noel rushes out and finds Sky dead, causing her to break down in tears. Noel is later interrogated by a detective about Sky's suicide, but remains silent, tears welling up in her eyes. Noel apologizes to Sean for her previous behavior and for not texting him back. He forgives her and extends condolences for Sky. Noel begins preparing her graduation speech. At the thesis exhibition, Noel's artwork is praised, boosting her confidence. During her graduation speech, she reflects on her childhood and the purpose of art, encouraging her peers to expose the truth and make the world uncomfortable with their honesty, regardless of the consequences. As the ceremony ends, the police arrest Noel. She gives a rueful smile through the car window. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Noel's dark and twisted journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thrilling content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you do if you discovered someone you love had a deadly secret? Stay tuned for more stories that push the boundaries of love and vengeance. Until next time.